I can't try to help people and try to run the business that I'm starting to help the loved ones of addicts if I don't speak out about everything that I want to talk about. And in current events right now, Lamar Odom was found in a brothel unconscious. And it came out that he had every drug known to man in his system and he overdosed. He's currently still in the coma in the hospital. And his family and Chloe's family and everybody's there. So first, my thoughts and prayers are with him and his family and everybody. I'm gonna choke up. This is what happens when people think that they're not loved. Rumor has it that he saw something that happened on one of the Kardashian episodes and it sent him off. I don't know if, because I watched the season finale, I don't know if he was high when he watched it and took something the wrong way that was said or what, or if I missed something. But I have to stick up for the Kardashians with this, and I have to stick up for Chloe. Yeah, I know that he's this big NBA star player, and he has his amazing career that he's known for. The Kardashians aren't trying to cash in on him. Chloe, if you actually watched the show, she still loved him more than anything. She still does. And I'm going to say that present tense because I'm still hoping for a miracle. You don't know what it's like to love an addict, especially an addict who's not in recovery, until you're the one going through it. People like to say, oh, once he joined the family, or if she wasn't there for him, or whatever. That girl covered for his ass for so long and was there for him for so long. Eventually, she was gonna crack. Eventually, you have to look out for yourself. Doesn't mean you don't love the addict. Well, okay, let me rephrase that. You don't love the addict, you love the person they used to be. And that person is no longer there. So what the hell are you supposed to do if they don't want the help? Yeah, I've gotten in so many fights with people the last couple of days who say that, you can't give up, blah, blah, blah. Her walking away was not giving up. She was still talking to him as of, I think she cut off contact, they said 3 weeks ago or a month ago or whatever. She was there for him a lot longer than an ex-wife, even if the papers weren't signed, should have been. Most people would have just cut ties. And I can't imagine not only what she's going through now, but what his addictions and his phone calls and, were doing to her. Every time we would get a phone call from my brother when he was in his addiction, it would tear us apart. Especially because Lamar had just moved to Vegas. So they weren't even in the same state. So it was a lot like my brother because he wasn't living at home. So it wasn't like we just get in the car and drive 5 minutes to get him. These are adults. And there's only so much you can do for another person if they're not willing to meet you even halfway and get the help. Now, I know I'm being harsh, but it doesn't mean that I don't hope and pray he makes a full recovery. I love him to death. He's he seems like one of the greatest people, and everybody who speaks out says he's such a great guy. He is such a great guy. But that's the Lamar everybody knew. I completely sympathize with Chloe and her family, even when they were stepping in, trying to tell her, to take a step back from him. I understand why she did it, okay? It's so hard to watch somebody slowly kill themselves. They think they're numbing the pain. They're just giving it to somebody else. And they're permanently giving it to somebody else when they do what my brother did and kill himself. And it's permanently, God forbid, gonna go to everybody who loves Lamar if this miracle we're all praying for doesn't happen. I'm still hoping that it does, but the reality is, I just heard statistics tonight. There is an overdose every single day of the year. It's past 365 a year just in my area. So that's more than one a day. It's an epidemic. It's sick. And you know what? I'm kind of upset with the famous people who are in recovery for not speaking out. There's a couple. Scott Stapp, who's the former lead singer of Creed. Maurice Bernard, Sonny from General Hospital. These guys, they either have mental illness or addiction. In my opinion, they all go hand in hand. If you're an addict, you have mental illness. Not every mentally ill person has an addiction, but, it needs to be spoken about. It's such taboo right now. If it was talked about more people would be getting help. And honestly, if anybody is watching this and you have somebody in addiction, reach out to me because you need help too. Your life is being consumed by them right now. And you can't help them if you're not healthy. You might think you are, but you're just so focused on the addict. You need to focus on you so that you can be healthy and love them when they're ready to reach out to you. You can still reach out to them, but you need healthy boundaries. You need to be healthy within you. It's like the airplane. When they tell you the oxygen mask, put it on yourself before any of your neighbors or kids. Yeah. We need to keep our oxygen masks on. I know this is a really, really long video, but all of this needed to be said. And I'm sorry if I sounded harsh, but sometimes people need to hear the truth.